in many months that my screen sharing is working, so let's hope it continues. The session is being recorded. I would like to call the November 4th, 2021 Curriculum Committee meeting to order. It is at 2:31. The first item we will do, the first thing we will do is approve the minutes from the October 7th, 2021 meeting. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Who seconded?
I did. I did, Susie. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
And any comments or questions on the minutes? All in favor, please raise your hand.
We're fine.
Okay, you can lower your hands. Any opposed? Okay, the minutes have passed. Okay, we will go to the new business. We have items 21-235 through 21-241. They are business and accounting items. I would like to start with a motion to approve 21-235 through 21-241.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. So the first item is 21-241 is ACC 200 Microsoft Excel for Accounting and Business. You'll see this on your screen in the middle here, a new course, 3 credit hours, 2 lecture, 2 lab. The ACC 200 Microsoft Excel for Accounting and Business is going to be in items 21-235 through 21-240. I believe that's in all of them. There's 6 revised curriculum. We have item 21-235, C206A is Accounting Finance AAS. Item 21-236, C306A, Accounting Assistant Certificate. 21-237 is C406D, the Entrepreneurship Certificate. 21-238 is C407D, Administrative Assistant Certificate. 21-239 C416A, Bookkeeping Certificate. And 21-240 U230A06, Accounting and Business AS. Justina is here to present them. There is 6 revised curriculum and 1 new course. Justina, would you like to say anything on these?
I'll start it out, Julianne. A couple things. Just one correction. The 237 Entrepreneur Certificate is separate than the other. The ACC, the new course, 200 Accounting and Business, Microsoft Excel for Accounting and Business pertains to the 5, but it does not pertain to the entrepreneur.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then secondly, I'd just like to publicly comment and thank Justina for taking the lead on developing this new course. And as you can see, it affects 5 of our degrees and certificates. So I want to publicly thank Justina for taking the lead, and also for Jeff Hiller for assisting as well. Justina took the lead along with Jeff's help, so I want to publicly acknowledge them both and thank them for their hard work.
Thank you. That is wonderful. Thank you.
So the course, and I'll let Justina speak a little bit about it, that we developed, there were reasons for doing that. Not only are we teaching the functionality of Microsoft Excel for Accounting and Business, but we're also teaching the applications, how students would use this course and the Excel in the actual business world and accounting world. And also it affects our assessment on how we're going about doing assessments, that they're more relevant to what the student would actually be doing in the world of business and accounting. So those are 2 of the reasons why we developed this course. Other peer institutions have similar courses as well. So we took a look at theirs. We think this is more relevant for not only the functionality of Microsoft Excel, but also for the applicability. And then the third reason, I'll let Justina explain how it applies to our students that are in the CPA Pathway program. So Justina, you want to jump in on that?
Sure. So Dr. Griffin did an excellent job. He pretty much gave all of the reasons that were behind development of this course. But one more thing, students who are pursuing the CPA pathways and they're trying to accumulate enough college credits to be eligible to sit for the CPA exam, this is an additional accounting course that would count towards those requirements. So it would help our students to gain the necessary 150 credit hours. And this is something that I truly wanted to develop for a long time now. I feel like this is what employers are looking for, not just, the students being knowledgeable in basic functions of Excel, but also, how do I use Excel to, let's say, prepare an annual budget, or, for example, format financial statements, or prepare financial statement analysis. So I think that this is a great blend of two separate fields that complement each other, and I will truly believe that that this would increase employability skills of our students. Antigone, you had a question of, I didn't see it. It's no, actually no. It does not require a master's degree. It requires 150 credit hours. So there are several different pathways. Certainly having a master's degree is one pathway, but majority of our students would have a bachelor's degree. And yes, they can have a bachelor's degree and they can come to Triton and they can pursue the CPA pathway certificate and get that additional 30 credit hours. And that's pretty much it. So it's not just masters.
So those are the reasons why. Any other questions?
Why can't the CIS course count in place of what you're trying to do? It has to be an accounting prefix. That as far as from what I understand with the MBA and the CPA, that doesn't a master's degree won't contain only ACC prefix courses. When we're looking at that.
I can address that. It's not the master's degree, rather it is 150 credit hours. 30 of those must be in accounting and 24 in business. And this is up to the Illinois Board of Examiners. So if it's a CIS course, they will not count it towards the accounting courses. If it's an ACC class, they will count it towards those courses. So that's the major difference.
Then why not co-list with the CIS? Because to me, it's double dipping.
Well, we appreciate those comments, Antigone. I saw your comments, but we disagree.
Are there any other further comments on the new course and the 6 revised curriculum?
Yeah, except the entrepreneur certificate, Julian.
Right.
Again, we should do that separately.
Okay. You know what? And I knew when I was reading my notes, I knew one of them wasn't in there. I just wasn't sure which one.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and we'll vote on the entrepreneur certificate on its own. And that revision, you included BUS 131 and 278, and you've gotten rid of CIS 110, BUS 150, 200, 293. So we could vote on that one first, which is item 23-237, C406D. All in favor, please raise your hand. And Susie, just let me know when you are ready.
We're okay.
Okay, lower your hands. Any opposed to the revision in entrepreneur certificate? That has passed. We're going to vote on 23-235, 21-236, and then 21-238 through 21-241 on the agenda for the new ACC accounting class and the 5 revised curriculum. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Okay.
Okay, you can
We're
lower your
good.
hands. Opposed? Okay. The majority has ruled and that item has passed.
Thank you.
We are moving on to item 21. Thank you, Bill, Justina, and Jeff. Thank you very much for your work on that. We're moving on to 21-242 item. It is C447I, the truck drive train repair certificate. Oh, let me see where I have that.
Julianne,
It's,
it's just a switch to the guided pathway mapping for that program.
Okay.
So the sequence just was redesigned on the new form.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions or comments on this? Can I have a motion to approve it?
So moved.
moved. I second Tracy.
Thank you. All in favor, please raise your hand.
We're good.
Lower your hands.
Mute.
Any opposed? That item has passed. Okay, can I have a motion to approve items 21-243 through 21-246? They are three revised curriculum and one deleted course in CIS. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved,
So
Julianne. Or second.
Whichever.
Thank you. We have on the screen here, CIS, excuse me, it's item 21-245. It's C407M, Network Management Certificate.
You can mute.
We have C207F, Computer Network and Telecommunication Systems, AAS. For deleted 214, we have C207S, Cybersecurity, AAS. Those are the three revised curriculum. And we have one deleted course. The deleted course is CIS 214. You'll see it in the first class on your screen now. CIS 214, Scaling and Connecting Networks, has not been offered and is redundant with current curriculum offerings. So with that class being deleted, I believe the three revised curriculum were changed. And Michael is here to present those. Was the CIS 214 in all three of those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a class that we haven't been able to successfully offer in a very long time, and I think part of that is to do with the sequencing, the way it was sequenced. It was also only used in specific areas in those specific programs. So you know, we've got newer, better, more up-to-date equivalencies for that material, and so we're just going to eliminate it. And now that everything is stackable, you know, it's the stuff that we've created should have a wider appeal to more students. So.
Okay, thank you. All in favor of items 21-243 through 21-246, please raise your hand.
We're fine.
Lower your hands. Any opposed? Okay, that item has passed. Can I have a motion to approve 21-247, which is U230A43, the Criminal Justice AS?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Looks like we have the guided program mapping, and along with that, some changes in courses, program description changed, and the revised gen eds. Is Greg here, or?
He's in class,
Jennifer?
so yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have questions on this revision of the CJA-AAS? All in favor? Please raise your hand.
We're good.
Okay, lower your hands. Any opposed? That item has passed. We're going to move on to music. Can I have a motion to approve 21-248 through 21-255? It is 7 revised music courses and 1 deleted music course.
So moved.
Motion to approve.
I think we got that. I think we got the second. Susie, is that correct?
Is that Tracy's second? Was Tracy the second?
Tracy?
Yeah, Tracy,
It was
Susie.
me.
Yes.
Oh, Antigone. Okay.
And take me.
All right.
Okay.
We have a deleted course, which is 21-250, Music 211, Arranging and Composition. It's not been offered and it's not required in the AA degree for music. Then we have revised courses, Music 200, 207, 215, 217, 235, 262, 296. These courses all have updated gen ed outcomes along with updated topics, topical outcomes, and course description. Any questions on these? And is Salvatore here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Thank you. Any questions for him on these? Or Salvatore, would you like to alert us to anything?
Sure. Just a deleted course, as you mentioned, has not been offered in a while. It was very specific to commercial music, which is something not even that we offer specifically at Triton. The other classes, just as I continue working through the course updates, they just hadn't been done in many of them over 10 years. So just bringing them up to date with topical outcomes and gen ed outcomes.
Derek?
Yeah, I just want to note that, you know, on your list of courses that need to be revised at the end of each meeting, there's this long list of music courses, and it's been sitting there for a long time, and Sal is just doing an awesome job just plowing through that list the best he can. So this is the latest batch.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, after this, there will be only 4 remaining from, I think, over 30 when I started. And those will not be offered. The earliest any of those would be offered is spring 2023. So, which they'll be done obviously much sooner than that. So,
great. Thank you. Any other comments or questions on the music classes? Okay. For items 21-248 through 21-255, all in favor, please raise your hand.
We're fine.
Lower your hands. Any opposed?
Antigone's hand is up. Are you opposed?
Okay, that item has
Nope, nope.
passed. Okay, can I have a motion to approve items 21-256 through 21-257, which is mini certificates in health, sport, and exercise science?
So moved.
Second, Tracy.
Thank you. I'm laughing because I did these and I'm like, I hope I remember what I did because I remember what you all did, but now what I did is another story. All right, so 21-256 is C 536B, which actually is going to be changing to C436B. It's no longer an advanced certificate. It could be used as entry-level certificate. So several years ago, we tried to do these advanced certificates for professionals returning that needed professional development. They never really took. So we're revising them to be the start of our pathway. So I'm going to have, after this meeting, hopefully 2 new mini certificates that will stack into the personal training program, which will stack into an associate degree, which we have articulations to 4-year universities for bachelor's. So this is the first one. It's sport conditioning certificate. So you see the number will now be C436B. And what is going on with these mini certificates? It's 2 core courses, and then the 3rd course is going to be an elective option. So instead of just listing, you have to take these 3 specific core courses. The last one I'm leaving up to an elective option in the sport conditioning certificate. It's same format for the new certificate, which is item 21-257, C436A Sport Management Certificate. So 9 total credits. It'll be 3 courses, 2 are core courses, and then 1 is an elective. Next month in December, I'm going to bring my last mini certificate, which will be, we're running through the advisory committee right now and my department to fine tune that, and that will hopefully be something to the effect of integrative wellness, which will be 3 courses. Hopefully, I don't see a reason why this won't work, but all 3 of them will be fully online. So, did I do the motion to approve these? I believe I did.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so any questions or comments on these? 1 revised, 1 new. All right, all in favor, please raise your hand.
We're good.
Okay, lower your hands. I have my hand 3 times I've raised my hand. Okay. Any opposed? Has passed. One last grouping here. I have a motion. 21-258 in physics. A motion to approve.
Julianne, you're really cutting out on me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if it's mine or everybody, but I missed most of that.
No, the same here. Yeah. Can you hear us, Julia?
Looks like she signed out and she's probably going to try to sign back in.
Yep, looks like
Yeah.
she got bumped.
Lost connection.
I'm back.
Yay. We missed you.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. A motion to approve 21-258 through 21-259, which is the 2 revised physics courses.
So moved.
Second, Tracy.
Thank you. Is Farzan here? Thank you. Farzan, he has 2 revised courses, Physics 106, Physics 107. I believe they're going from 4 to 5 credit hours. And if you would like to just comment on that briefly.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So we had these 2 calculus-based physics courses, and we had 4 credit hours, which meant 6 contact hours, which were not enough to cover those topics in the detail and the depth. And also the students were not able to spend as much time in the labs. Our Physics 101 and 102 courses, which are algebra-based courses, already are at 5 credit hours. If you look at other community colleges around us, they in fact have 8 contact hours, which puts our students at a disadvantage. It also puts us in alignment with how the II courses are described. So we took one portion of thermodynamics out of Physics 107. It's going to be put into Physics 108, which I'll work on and submit sometime later. But right now, our Physics 106 and 107 are in much better for our students than they were before.
Thank you. Does anyone have questions for Farzan on the Physics 106 or 107 revision? right, all in favor, please raise your hand.
We're good.
Okay, lower your hands. Any opposed?
I just want to say, Susie, I noticed that Farzan's name is not spelled correctly on the CCC packet. If you could change that, please, that would be great.
Thank you.
All right, I will. Will do.
Thank you.
Okay, and
Also
just
the programs.
on the agenda,
It was on the CCC packet that was sent out. His last name had an incorrect vowel. Thank
it's
you.
an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, just to finish this off, any opposed to the physics revisions? And that item has passed. Thank you. We're going to move on to other items. The first thing we have here is 21-260, a letter intent to withdraw the nuclear medicine AAS degree. I'm going to need, as chair of the curriculum committee, I'm going to need to form a study committee to review the recommendation to withdraw this program from the college. It has not been offered in the last year, no new enrollments. But what we need to do is I will need members of the curriculum committee along with the dean of this area to write a letter of recommendation. I should say to review it and then write the recommendation whether to approve the withdrawal or not. And I also need that from the business department as well. So if there's anyone willing to be on that study committee, what I will do is send an email with the dean's recommendation. I don't know who the last, if there was a department chair or coordinator after Sue left of this area. Pam, can you comment on that?
The chairperson of the nuclear medicine department is no longer here at Triton.
Right. So usually we need a recommendation from the chair and the dean.
Okay.
So I guess it would just be the dean at this point, and then the study committee will review that and then write the recommendations back to me.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can send me a brief email of why it's being recommended to withdraw, and then I will forward that along with the curriculum to the study group, which is basically it's a mini group from the curriculum committee. They will review that. The business department reviews it as well, and then we will bring their conclusions to the December meeting.
Okay.
Is anyone know right away that they're willing to participate in the study committee to review this recommendation? Antigone, that would be great. I can't off the top of my head remember how many I need. Jennifer, are you willing to do that as well?
Sure.
Okay. I think it's one, it might be. Susie, do you remember how many?
No, I know you need one from the business office.
Yeah. All right. So I will send an email unless I think it's a minimum of 3, but it could be even more. I will send an email to you in the curriculum committee group, and please read those and respond back in a timely manner so I could form that committee. All right. Moving on to other items, the Outstanding Guided Pathways map. This is the curriculum that is not formatted in a new guided pathways. We are going smaller and smaller every meeting here. I was in communication with Gabe for the pre-professional degrees. He's been reviewing them, so I believe those will come to the December meeting. As you can see in here, I did communicate, I should say. I did communicate with Jennifer, and we'll have the Reserve Officer Training and Police Academy at the December meeting.
Also, the computer science, those were submitted as well.
Those computer science will be at the December meeting. All right, you see the nuclear med is being proposed to be withdrawn. And then I'm going to read Antigone's message in a moment. I have the education and the women and gender studies that I'm going to reach out
Oh, no,
Oh.
my hand is up because I was going to give you an update on that.
Okay.
We're working on those education pathways. There were some issues with the way that the programs were coded, and we've been working with Susie and the guided pathways committees to kind of problem solve some of those issues. And then also there were issues with like developmental ed and making sure that there were different options for students coming in with different levels of college readiness, but we will have those ready for the December meeting. So.
Okay, great. That sounds great. And I'll say this now, the December meeting deadline is Monday, which is November 8th, because I have something going as well, so I needed to make sure I knew what that was. So November 8th is the deadline for December. If you need an extra day, that's fine. Just reach out to us, because we would really like these all done before the semester ends for many reasons. Clearly, students are one of them. We can't have our catalog go live until all the programs look the same and all the programs are changed over to this format. So the online watermark catalog won't go live until this is all completed. So I think we're in good shape to get there by the end of this semester. I would like to speak with the Deans of Arts and Sciences as well to see if we can get the Associate in Arts and the Associate of Science, those general degrees, expedited as well. Not that I have a ton of free time, but if we can get a little bit of help from Arts and Science, I think Susie and I could try to have those ready as well, but I'll need a little bit of help on that. Rob, do you have your hand up for a comment?
Yeah, Julie, C443D. Is that Reserve Police Officer Certificate?
I believe so.
Oh, darn, I was hoping for a side hustle. Never mind.
That's for the NEMERT group. This is designed specifically for them, and the Police Academy training is for the Cook County Sheriff's Group.
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Griffin?
Yeah, you might recall, Julianne, we have the U230A program now. That's the Associate in Science International Business. So that's over in our camp now.
Well, this is a general Associate of Science with no declared major.
Oh, okay.
So does your program have, it probably has another one or two numbers after that.
Yeah, it's the AO7.
Okay, yeah, this is just the general one. So if there was a student who was an undeclared major, they would just take their gen eds and then elective hours from any articulated course that they choose to take to complete that.
Okay.
So it's undeclared major. Michael?
Julianne, I'm willing to help you with the arts and science degree requirements. That should be really easy. So I think it's just a matter of somebody doing it. So yeah, I'd be willing to help with that too.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
I agree. Julian, I already sent you an email about finding a time next week. It's just been like, the list of things to get done is quite long. So, but yeah, if we just carve out some time to do it, we can hammer it out.
Okay, right.
Thanks,
And I think
Michael.
Susie said it's a matter of just putting the options that we already have on that map and then in the right place.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the plan with those curriculum. The course, outstanding courses that have not been revised is getting smaller as well. I remember when it used to take me 5 minutes to count them, but now it looks like we're only down to 32. Music is very slim here, only 4. CIS is much smaller than it was. And then from my understanding, the rest of the courses were not being offered, but we need to double check that. The Vice President does not want us to offer the courses outside of CIS or MUS, which had that build-out plan. The rest of the courses should not be offered until they're updated. I did check on that last spring. They were not offered at all. So I'm going to double check on that for this spring as well. So Deans, when you're approving the schedule, just if you see one of these, let us know right away. But from my understanding, they're not being offered. I don't know the title of CJA 140.
It's forensic science. It just needs to be updated to get the lab removed. We haven't been offering it.
Okay. Okay, so that is the course list for the outstanding course outlines. Watermark updates. We are making progress. We are working at it every single week. Susie, myself, and Perva, we're working on it every single week. We do expect the catalog probably to go live once the December meeting is over and everything has been approved. That switchover might be before the spring semester, so mid to January, just to give us a little more buffer time. The catalog is done. We're just fine tweaking it as well as waiting on these maps to be approved. The curriculum management module, we are working on this as well. It is going so slow for Watermark, from Watermark's perspective. Susie and I had a lot of our work done in May, and then what they ended up telling us, what month are we in now? We're in November. What they ended up telling us at the end of October is to auto-populate the curriculum forms. We have to basically redesign the catalog completely. And they did not let us know what that situation was until October. So Susie is working very diligently to basically, it's nothing from what you see. It's not like the pages you see for the catalog. It's the computer system behind the scenes that needs to be organized in a specific way to feed into the curriculum management module. So that's where we are with that. Hopefully, that will be ready to go at some point in the spring. Once that goes in the spring, then we begin working with Watermark on the course outline. They would not allow us to do it at the same time. So work on the course outline, migrating that into Watermark probably won't occur until the middle of spring is my anticipation. But that's an update, okay? Antigone said, will we be able to tie the program outcomes easier? Well, Watermark, when we signed the contract, did verbally tell us that the curriculum and the assessment would communicate. That is not occurring right now. I inquire about that often. What is going on right now is you're going to end up logging into a Watermark website, holding site for all of this, and then you'll have an option to go to the curriculum or an option to go to assessment. So what I did for assessment, copy and pasted my program outcomes onto that.
That's what I'm noticing is I just did my assessments, and
Right.
one of the things that I don't see is an ability to, if I make an assessment on a course, it doesn't roll up to an assessment on the program. They operate in silos.
Yes.
On the
yes.
assessment side, which is a little weird. I was expecting them to be one feeds
Yes.
the other, because I felt if I went from the bottom up, that they should all populate like downstream, but nothing's happening like that.
I had the same expectations you did when we interviewed Watermark. Yes. They start training us how to do it, and they're like, no, we don't do that.
Michael,
So,
we need you to fix this. You're a programmer.
Yes. So the only thing, it's nothing in the contract. It was a verbal, yes, we can do this, but so there's nothing I have, on paper that says that. We'll keep working the best we can to make it most user friendly. And I will send out a note to everyone when the catalog goes live. Again, I anticipate that after fall is over, but before spring, unless we have another problem we need to address. All right, any other questions on Watermark, or we'll move to the last item? Okay, the last item is the accelerated online. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to run one other thing past you before we do the accelerated online course development, Justina. I just wanted everyone to know that the dates and deadlines for spring have been created. If you wanted to zoom in on that. Susie, are they in the packet?
Yes.
Okay. Dates and deadlines for spring is created, so you can review that. With Jennifer's lead, I appreciate the lead that she has recommended. We also include the information for ICCB on here, as well as the IVHE board meetings. So the faculty have an idea of when the forms that they have submitted will actually reach those areas. So that's something new this year that the strategic plan committee has recommended, and then the curriculum committee, essentially Susie, imported those dates for everyone to see. And just a reminder, when a curriculum votes on it, that is the first step in many to getting it fully approved by the state. After curriculum votes, it goes for a Senate vote, then it goes for Triton board vote, then it goes to ICCB, and then from my understanding, some of them will go to IAI and some of them will go to IBHE. So we are just step one. It does not go live when we all raise our hands. It has to move through the system in an orderly fashion to be approved by the state. This next slide is a little guideline. I know it's small on your screen. If you could zoom in or look in the packet, when a new course is being created, it's a timeline, right, Antigone? It's a timeline. So if you submit a new course or if you submit a new program, the most likely effective date is listed on this sheet for you. Okay? So that would make it a little easier for faculty to know when they can offer something. And a lot of that is really dictated by ICCB. It really can't go much faster than what we have here. So I wanted to share that with you. And this is the draft, so you can review that. If you have any comments or questions from the curriculum committee, let me know. And then I am going to move to our last item of the agenda, which is probably the best one, right? Just the Accelerated Online Course Development Project. Justina is here to present that to you. So go ahead, Justina. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Julianne, for allowing me to join and utilize this time. I want to first of all start and clarify that the Accelerated Online Course Development Project, this is an unofficial name. It might actually cause some confusion. So the word accelerated definitely does not mean that we're trying to rush through things. What really is referring to is that we are trying to develop 20 online courses within one semester, which is going to be the spring 2022 semester. And then we will, of course, pilot those courses during the fall semester. So there is no acceleration in terms of the time frame that it usually takes to develop. It's just that we're trying to do 20 courses at the same time. So the project will utilize the funds provided by the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund grant, and that grant has already been approved. So a great thing about this is that our instructors who will develop those courses, they will receive an extra stipend above what's already stated in our contract. Now, the reason I am presenting this today to your committee is because we do need a few more peer reviewers / mentors. So peer review committee, if I am correct, currently consists of 5 members. We already have 3 on board that they have agreed to become mentors over the spring 2022 semester. Now, with the mentoring part, there would be an additional stipend of $1,000. Now, in order for someone to become a peer reviewer / mentor, they must have the ION certification or University of Wisconsin's certification, and they have to have gone through the development of an online class here at Triton already. So this is these are the qualifications that we are looking for. Now, what are the expectations? The expectation is for a peer mentor to meet with the faculty member once every 2 weeks throughout the entire spring semester, provide general guidance, share their expertise, make sure that the instructor stays on track, and to pretty much make sure that the course is finalized by the end of the spring semester. And then our plan is to have those 10 mentors, peer reviewers, split into 2 groups and collectively review all of the newly developed courses. So if you take a look at the numbers, we are working with 20 courses, 10 mentors, so each mentor would probably be responsible for 2 faculty members. So that's pretty much it in a gist. We're still working on finalizing the details, on finalizing the timeline, when would the meetings take place, and any other details that anyone would be interested in finding out. I will be happy to update you on that as soon as it becomes available. I also see that we have on the call Dean Harmon, and we also had AVP Jensen. So these are also 2 people who have information regarding this project. So if you would consider, if you have those qualifications, I really would like to encourage you to share your expertise and help us out so we can utilize this grant funds and develop those 20 courses over the spring 2022 semester. And that's pretty much it. That's my overview. Are there any questions right now?
Why is the limitation Ion or University of Wisconsin?
We believe that this is a rigorous program that gives not only technical knowledge but expertise of what is expected in terms of the design, what is expected in terms of pedagogy, methodology. So we feel like for someone to become a mentor or peer reviewer, that these are the proper qualifications.
So someone who holds a master's in education with online instruction would not qualify?
We could consider it. I would have to talk to our committee members whether that would be an equivalent of it. I certainly don't want to say no right from the start, but this is what we have originally established.
Okay, Ellie?
I know, Justine, I've asked you this like 10 times, but I thought maybe you have an update. Any news about hybrid and whether hybrid classes will be able to start being developed in the spring?
So the hybrid classes will not be part of this particular project. This is only for 100% asynchronous online format. However, we are moving closer. We have already finalized the definitions for both online courses and hybrid courses, and we have sent those documents to the Senate for their recommendation and then for final approval to the president. So if that goes through that process this month, then it's very likely that you would be able to start working on that hybrid course in the spring semester. Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for the update.
Sure.
Do we have any more questions or comments on this? And then I'm also going to ask if anyone in our group is qualified, if they'd consider being a mentor, or if they would like to bring that back to their department and speak with other faculty members that might be qualified if they would like to mentor. Justina, are you doing some of the review of the courses in a similar format where it will be done online? Our committee is used to reviewing the curriculum in Blackboard, and I heard some deliberation about the review of the online classes would kind of be in that fashion as well.
So for this particular project, we've already had some conversations, and we've actually identified that for that particular format of the peer review, how it takes currently place as a bottleneck, because every single peer reviewer was reviewing each course separately and providing their individual comments. Okay. And sometimes that created confusion, and and some of those comments were not aligned. So our discussion and recommendation was for this particular project, split up the peer reviewers into 2 groups, have them review each class at the same time, and then provide recommendation from the group rather from each individual peer reviewer. And that would make sure that the recommendation is consistent and it doesn't create any confusion.
Okay. Okay.
And then if it works out, we can potentially, you know, propose that this becomes an institutional process, but we will give it a try just for this project alone first.
Okay, when was, and I'm sure you've said this, but my short-term memory is failing. When would be the first time the course would be offered to a student?
It would be
Fall.
offered as a pilot course, so up to 15 students would be enrolled for fall 2022.
Okay, and I want to give my opinion on this, that that is a very good timeline, and if this works out well, even without the grant, I would propose that it would be the timeline to create future online or hybrid classes as well. I've created many, and some of which took 1 to 2 years to get completed with the several steps. And I know you've been working on the documentation and emailed the Senate, so I need to review that as well. But I just wanted to share that I thought that that timeline was perfect. Clearly, if the course needed more work, yes, but if the course is ready to go, we let it go that soon. Antigone, I would encourage you to email Justina's committee with the qualifications that you're speaking about to be qualified as a mentor, and then she could review that with her committee. Because I know you're posting some stuff in the chat room about that.
Yep. It's just with the advent of online instruction being thrown upon us, there was also this advent of online instruction. So that's so that's why I mentioned that, because I know ION used to be the thing, and I don't know about the University of Wisconsin one, but I'll check it out. I just know that Indiana U has what I just posted. I thought that was pretty cool and intriguing, and it should be of, if somebody does this, like online instruction or their adult education master's degrees that include online instruction in them, those are all types of instructors that would be ideal for this, because knowing how to teach is more important than the subject matter in some ways when you're doing online instruction.
Okay.
Sure, and it's just a matter of if really there are any, you know, any instructors within this group that actually have those qualifications from those universities. Then we
My
would
suggestion wouldn't be to, I know that you're probably picking ION and U of Wisconsin just because you know people who have it. I'm just saying let's not be biased, because there are people probably on campus. I don't know who they are. It's not me. I'll tell you that.
Well, I think that Christina did say that she'd be willing to review the qualifications.
Yeah, it's absolutely not meant to be to disqualify anyone. We are desperate to get to that 10 mentors, peer reviewers. We really need them. So if someone is qualified and they have the expertise, we can certainly use that.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's why.
You had 3 right now, Justina?
3 out of the current 5 have already committed.
Okay.
So see what the response is, you know.
Okay.
I know Dr. G will definitely be one. I'll force him to be.
Julianne?
Dr. Griffin. Yes.
Yeah, it's Justina's in the room with me. She's twisting my arm, so I guess she raised my hand.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have no choice, I guess.
I'm going to lower it. That way you have a free choice, right?
Okay, yeah, I don't think.
I'm going to also, well, I would obviously encourage you to speak with your colleagues about the opportunity to mentor. And then I could certainly, Justina, I'll check in with you in a few days, and if we still need more, I could reach out to the technical review committee as well. I don't know if members of that committee are qualified. I just don't know everyone's status on ION, but I could certainly send an email to them as well if we're still looking for more.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other comments or questions on this? Okay, thank you very much. I think this is a great project that Triton is going to be doing. And with no other comments, I am going to make a motion to adjourn the meeting of, let's see, November 4th, 2021 at 3:27 p.m. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second? Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Take care.
I'm going to stop
Bye-bye.
the recording.